The numbers are rising. It's time to ask, with the weight of millions of families behind us, where did we go wrong? Global data from 2025 suggests that 1 in 100 children are now diagnosed with autism worldwide. Comprehensive studies reveal that 1 in 127 people are on the spectrum, that is over 61 million individuals globally. In the United States, prevalence among 8-year-olds has reached a staggering 1 in 31. This is a significant increase in just a few short years. The impact spans generations, with an estimated 1 in 45 adults in the US being autistic, over 2% of the adult population. These aren't just statistics, they're children, families, communities, and we must ask, what changed? Why are these numbers accelerating? Science points to a 3-hit theory, the intersection of genetic susceptibility, environmental exposure, and physiological stress. We now know the critical importance of the 1,300-day window, spanning from preconception all the way through age 2. Recent research highlights the impact of air pollutants like black carbon and nitrogen dioxide on neurodevelopment during these stages. Studies involving over 800,000 children link prenatal black carbon exposure to increased neurodevelopmental risk factors. Parental intolerance to common chemicals like phthalates and BPA, found in everyday plastics, can increase risk factors significantly. Initiatives like Project Tender urge the reduction of exposure to pesticides and neurotoxic chemicals during pregnancy to protect developing brains. A classic healthy diet, high in vegetables, fish, and whole grains, can reduce the likelihood of a diagnosis by 22%. Breakthrough research explores nutrient cocktails designed to normalize neural connectivity through targeted molecular support. Targeted levels of zinc, serine, and branched-chain amino acids have shown promise in normalizing social behaviors in scientific models. It often starts with the basics: hydration. At a cellular level, water is the medium for all critical neurodevelopmental signaling. I'm Dr. Taha. I have dedicated my career to bridging the gap between clinical neuroscience and special education. I'm also pioneering Metaversal teaching, exploring digital ecosystems as new spaces for inclusive learning and social integration. The Metaverse offers unique ontological possibilities for training educators and supporting individuals with neurodevelopmental needs. At the NeuroLearn Lab, our mission is neuroeducation, equipping educators with a neural understanding of how every brain learns. This approach fosters deep empathy and allows teachers to design pedagogical adaptations based on fundamental brain mechanisms. We map the brain's executive functions, memory, and social-emotional aspects to create tailored, evidence-based support for every child. The Brainstem framework begins with Build, actively constructing concepts and knowledge through deep engagement. Next is Reflect, a critical phase where learners develop metacognitive awareness to identify successes and productive failures. Then we Adapt, building the cognitive flexibility to modify approaches and designs based on that initial reflection. We Integrate, crossing disciplinary boundaries to apply knowledge and make sense of complex real-world issues. Finally, Narrate, allowing the learner to communicate their journey, findings, and own their growing scholar identity. Beyond these steps, we build stamina and mindfulness to help students manage sensory overload and academic stress. My research also highlights the economic perspectives and employment benefits for individuals on the spectrum. Remote work has emerged as a powerful pathway for increasing employment rates, social inclusion, and workplace success. We cannot change genetics, but we can redesign the systems and conditions that allow every unique brain to flourish. Neurodevelopment should not be a lottery. It is a shared responsibility of parents, educators, and global policymakers. The goal isn't just to prevent autism. The goal is to prevent unnecessary suffering caused simply by a lack of knowledge. We aim to build a world where every neurological profile has the specific conditions and support it needs to thrive. It starts with small shifts. Start with hydration. Start with whole food nutrition. Start by asking, is this adding safety or stress? Small shifts, multiplied across millions of families, are the catalyst for global, systemic, and lasting change. Let's move from what's wrong to what can we prepare. Support those on the spectrum today. Knowledge reduces fear. Join us at NeuroLearn Lab as we equip future parents and support our community with dignity-centered practices. Because the future of our society depends on the flourishing of every single mind. Let's build it together. Together we can build that inclusive future. Starting now, thank you for watching this special report and see you next time.